Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday or hump day. Hope everyone's week is going great so far. Everything's smooth sailing, and been up some bumpy waters for some of us. I know that we got this. So I felt like coming on today and starting to do a my ancestral readings more often. Some others. Hello, Miss Nancy. And oh, Nancy, guess what I'm drinking today? Well, say hi first, Jackie. Oh, I'm playing with you, but podcast Spiritual Alchemy Energy, the podcast with Julie. So since we got some people coming in. um, so yeah, I got some special tea today, and I got apple spice with cinnamon with a touch of with a little bit of honey to sweeten. So Shan just made it for me, and oh, it is divine. It's by Celestial Seasonings, if I remember correctly. Oh, Nancy, this is so yummy. And I got my new sweatshirt on. I got my brand new pair of flannels. So just really nice and cozy. And we have Sandy. Hello, Sandy. Oops, there. Well, that's not Sandy. That's Jax. This is how fast the chat jumps. Hello, Sandy. And like I said, we have Spiritual Alchemy podcast with Julie. Oh, this is so good, Julie. Oh, my. And okay, so everyone, right off the bat, okay. Let me just get a little cut up here. So, okay, let me find a little piece of paper here because I've been jotting notes all afternoon about what I want to do with my channel moving forward. With some shows I've been wanting to do. So we have Jackie, we have Julie, and let me get caught up here. We have Jax here. Jax, I hope your day went well yesterday. Um, had you kept you in my thoughts. So I know yesterday was an important day for you. So good to see you here. And so I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I just can't get over it. I love the fall. I'm looking out my window and oh, the colors. So I got so inspired. I'm the one that's live and you say hi to Nancy first, Garnet? Why, I never. Oh, never. I'm just playing with you, Garnet. Hello, Garnet, my dear. Yes, yes. Hello, sweetie. Good to see you. So, yeah, I want to start doing some more shows. I was making a list. Wanting to do more ancestral and spirit messages. Um, Wanting to start pulling out certain decks and reading with decks that I haven't used in a while. I have a show I used to do on the old channel called Spirit of Color, where I would go in and invite somebody on and we would discuss their favorite color, the properties, crystals, and all that good stuff. My crystal visions, talking about my crystals. This new book, of course, The Inner Tarot by Kate Van Horn, wanting to start reading those, and moon readings. And Nancy, I am bringing back the poetry. I'm not going to use Mystic Poet Society until Miss Karen can join us back, but it's going to be called Indigo Poetica. So that's going to be when I do my poetry again. I want to do moon readings, animal totems. I want to pull out my animal cards and then see what I can do for Friday nights, Saturdays, Sundays. So, yeah, I need to get back to. And I'm really jumping up here. Ooh, 10 people. So let me step back a little bit. And we have Shay here. Hello, Shay, my dear. Hope you are doing well today. I spotted Nancy in the chat. Yes, I know you did, Garnet. It's all cool. So it went sideways, my misunderstanding, but it turned out okay. Yet no one corrected me prior, but whatever. All is good. Just waiting now. Okay. Yep. Patience. Yep. That temperance card yesterday or the day before. sometimes it's hard, and we have Richleen or Richeline here with us. Hello, I've seen you in other chats. I hope I pronounced your name properly, my dear. Is it Richleen? Let me know if that's the proper way to say that. And everyone's saying hello. Spiritual Alchemy. I think I've seen you before, Julie. It's been a while. That sounds like a fun show. The one with the Spirit of Color. That was, yeah. I let's see who. I'm trying to remember who. So for Crystal Visions, Nancy was my first one, and we talked about, I believe it was Smoky Quartz, Nancy. And then for the Spirit of Color, Deb H. Purple Elephant was my first one. Excuse me, with her being purple. So that was a lot of fun. I did red with Ramon. I did a blue with, excuse me, with Sherry. This has quite a bit of cinnamon in it, so that might be, oh, that's so good. It's like hot apple cider with a bit of honey in there. So, ooh la la. Okay. And we have Keith here. Good afternoon, Keith. Oh, and Roman is here. How did your first live show go last night, Roman? I mean, I know you've done shows on your channel. I went and I subscribed to you last night because I thought I was already subscribed to you. But Roman did I think, first live collab with Ginger, and I hope you had a great time. When I left, you had like 13 readings set up. So, wow. So, yep, I guess so. Great job last night. So, getting caught up here. I love my hot cinnamon tea. Oh, this has got the apple. I have to have the apple. My friends request a glass of water. I serve a waterfall. Okay. So, Heather, it is Rich Lean. Okay. Got you, my dear. Just want to make sure I properly pronounce your name right. I want to be respectful. So, all righty. What? Ooh, la la. Great LP, Small Faces. Oh, can you believe Rod is still with us? We have been losing so many people lately. Diane Keaton, we lost Ozzy. We lost, oh my goodness, so many. Kat is here. I heard my phone ding. And I think that's a lot of us wanting to shift in all of our financial. So I have 11 people. So Kat, okay. Kat's on the list. And so let's see how these go. And when I go to do your read, if there's somebody in particular that you would like, we can try. Just because we ask for a particular individual to come through, they don't act as, on demand over on the other side. So we can put in a request. And so while we are doing that, getting ready, I am going to actually pull out. No, actually, no, I'm going to leave my core cards in this one. For today, I have my Healing Oracle by Ina Segal and Jenna Del Gratalia. And we have Jax as well. 3 J's. Jackie, Julie, and Jax. And we have Kat. I also have my Ghost Tarot with me. And I have the Maven Oracle with me, as well as the Samhain, and another one that wanted to come out that I haven't used in a while, especially with Ancestors, is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. So let's see how this goes tonight. Shay, okay, my dear. So let's see, my dad, Marcus, or Aunt Lisa. I think Dad came through the last time, didn't he, Jax? Dad or Aunt Lisa. Okay. Ronnie Land had multiple Oh, that doesn't sound good. Alrighty. So let's get this party started. And thank you again, everybody, for being here. And thank you too, Jackie, for leaving comments after the shows that you've been joining me for. I appreciate you doing that. It helps me with the algorithms. So I'm actually going to move my keyboard here out of the way. I don't think I need to use that right now. So, Jackie. Okay, so this is really only the second time I'm using this deck. So I'll be it'll be interesting to see who comes through. Um, okay. So let's see what we get. I love what we're getting already, Jackie. Okay. Let's add an extra tarot in there, shall we? And so let me see. Okay. So, Jackie, the first card that came out. Oh, Garnet, most definitely. I'd be happy to. Okay, and oh, so Richling, you would like a reading? Okay, let me put Richling in here and Mom. Okay, so Jackie, we have a father, or and to me, this can also be something that was a person that was father-like or had like a father role in your life. It says here, explore your relationship with your father. Now, I'm feeling though that this could be your actual father. So there's that beautiful card of embracing, our fathers, connecting with them, and looking at here, working through the relationships um, with the father. But the card that came out from the Vintage Wisdom is the Love card. So there is definitely love coming to you from this your father or father um, person who how's the right way to say this, a fatherly individual in your life. So there's a lot of love coming to you. It's your grandma. Okay, so this is your father figure, actual father, um, and there's that beautiful love that's coming through, and I love how that light is also coming down, and the dove, peace, love, coming to you from the other side. Now the tarot cards. So your top card was the Moon card. So there were a lot of secrets. Um, and with the Moon card, it has to do with like shadow aspects. I mean, the moon is beautiful, it lights our path. And I love how these two wolves are running around and playing together. Could they be dogs? But, they're running, they're playing together. But the Moon card typically represents things kind of unseen, hidden, intuitive. So there is the sense that intuitively there were things that maybe you knew what was going on in this individual's life, that there was that intuition, but you weren't quite sure. This individual very well may have kept things very private, very hidden, um, things that maybe they felt something that might have been shame or guilt about. Um, So I'm going, okay, that was all that needed to be on with that one. So your underlying energy is the King of Pentacles. So this individual was a provider. So to me, this is the father card, the fatherly card, the provider. They provided, food, sustenance, stability, security. Um, I'm waiting for there. It feels like there's something else. Hello, divine timing. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is about walking away. So I'm feeling, Jackie, and I could be wrong, that this might have been you walking away from the relationship because of things that were going on, things that, well, this individual was a provider and provided needs. There was still something that wasn't, there was something in the shadows. So this could have been something with the relationship, but it required you to feel like you had to walk away to move forward in search of something else. Now, this card could also possibly represent him too having to leave and go elsewhere. Let me get a clarifier on that for you. Hey, and Jilly's here. Hello, Jilly. Divine timing. Okay, so I'm going to put a hold on readings after Divine because I have quite a few to go. But thanks for popping in, everybody. So let me ask for a clarifier. 10 of Swords. Oh, my goodness. Let me pull another clarifier for this moon card. Okay, so to me, Jackie, I'm feeling there were thoughts, there was communication, there was a lack of clarity, a lack of communication, a lack of clarity with this moon card. So that's representing that there's something that was, again, that was hidden, that was not being communicated. There was kind of like a veil. There was something that you were not aware of, or your father was not aware of. Now I pulled a clarifier for that Eight of Cups of walking away, and I got the Ten of Swords. So this was like Ten of Swords is the ultimate, you know, the sword in the back, basically. This was an end of a cycle. I don't necessarily saying this is Dex, I'm using the Ghost Tarot, but this is like that the Ten of Swords is that the culmination of all the swords. It's like all the swords are in the back, and it's it's basically mental anguish and rock bottom. It's, you know, it's the end of one cycle. And because of that being the end of one cycle, there's the positive, well, now it's time for those swords to be removed and time to, start looking up. The sun is rising. Well, in this card, it's the moon. But so there was a lot of burdens, mental burdens, burden in communication, and that need to walk away. So in this relationship, there's a lot of secrets. Okay, so in this reading, this king, this explore your relationship with your father. Okay, also that's it. That's there is love though. So right now, maybe during this time when the veils are the thinnest, maybe trying to connect with your father or this fatherly energy. This could be like a stepfather, someone who, raised you. Could be an uncle that could have been father. Like this is somebody male that. Oh, we got company. So during this time, acknowledging the secrets of having to walk away, and maybe not being maybe the best of providers as well, but sorry, we got company is throwing me off. But yeah, but all this is with love, Jackie, and that's what I have for you, my dear. And hello, Moira. Oh, I'm getting a lot of people in today. Ooh, 12 folks. So let me just put these cards away, then I'll check out the chat and see what everybody is saying here. So Moira. Ooh, Moira is here. Well, it sounds like we got some more of our neighbors next door bounty. They share melons with us, zucchini, tomatoes. So let's see. Okay. So Jackie, I hope that okay, Hella QC, get my mom, grandma. Okay. So making sure my father okay, here we go. My father's side of the family had a lot of secrets. So okay. But I love that love card though. That's coming through with peace. Jax is singing. Let's see. Yep. Double check with YouTube all the time. Sometimes, I mean, I get pretty much everybody's notifications, but every now and then. And Jackie, yes, many of them hid their spiritual gifts I knew my family had. All about church on my dad's side. Okay. Alrighty. So next is Julie. Let's see what we get for Julie. The YouTube gods are temperamental. Okay. No, I'm not going to go to that one. I'm going to go to this deck. Ooh. Well, that did not take long. Okay. Let's see what we have here. This is for Julie. No, honey, I'm doing a show. Closed door. He knows better. So let's see what we have here. Six of Pentacles. Alrighty, let's see what we have for. So, Julie, we start with ask the archangels for help. So this ancestral message is coming through. If you're trying to communicate or connect with somebody, or it is, I'm looking here too at your Samhain Oracle card. Right now, the energy coming through from your ancestors is asking the archangels for help. I don't know if there's a specific one that you work with that you haven't in a while that miss working with you, but they're saying what this reading is going to be has to do with asking the archangels. So for me, I'm focusing. That's like my main card. Is that first one that comes out? Let me set her there. She's just so beautiful. I love Jenna's work. Absolutely gorgeous. So out of your Maven deck, you got potions and spells, a pinch of this, a dash of that. Be sure you're sure before you call. Oh, that's interesting. So looking here, it seems like you're going to want be sure you're sure before you call. So there's something, it looks like here that there's something that you are planning on doing. You're gathering all your ingredients or gathering everything that you need to do something. And they're saying to make sure that you know what it is that you want and what you're doing, especially before you call. And call for what? The the archangels. So they're going to be able to help you with this. And with your tarot cards, I'm getting the Six of Pentacles, which is basically like the charity card, but I'm kind of looking past that here. There's a sense of charity. I love this card because he's holding on to the tombstone. This is probably those, you know, um, in his family. This could be parents in this card, because the card of the Six of Pentacles has to do with being gracious, being able to remember to reciprocate, being able to give as well as receive. Um, okay, so for me, this feels like this is something that with the push and spells, making sure you know, you're sure before you start working that there's something that feels like that you want to do, being able to give back, be able to reciprocate, um, to help others as others have helped you. And with this picture here, I'm looking at ancestors. This could very well be. Julie, I know you said spiritual alchemy. It's a podcast. I'm not sure exactly what your topics are, but it almost feels like, I don't know if this is turning out to be something where you want to be able to help somebody communicate with loved ones on the other side, and making sure that when you're ready to do this, that you have everything that you need, not just devices or things or divination tools, but making sure that everything that you have to protect, including your angels, archangels for help, and those spirits of your ancestors to be able to protect you. And your underlying energy is the Two of Wands. So this is someone looking out over the world. This is planning. This is strategizing. So it feels like you are planning and strategizing. You want to be able to, you're looking at the globe, you're looking, how can I help the world? How can I move forward in life? Being able to give back and help others. Um, I'm just going to look here really. You have two archangels with you right now. Let's see. True. Gather ingredients. Let's see. I do different things. I'm changing what I do on your channel. Okay. It feels like being, but to me, I love how this is you wanting to expand the world, explore the world, being able to share your gifts, being able to put things together to help others, um, maybe bring people together. Um, it's that beautiful reciprocity. You know, some people see it as charity, but others see when people have more than they can give, and you like to be able to give back and help others that way. Let me see what the next card would have been. Usually I look in the middle. I have the, is this the Knight? So I have the Knight of Swords. Okay, and the Knights of Swords are the ones that are the action doers. There's the communication. They move fast, quick thoughts, quick energy, um, cutting through the veils, too, moving through the veils. Um, but this is swift action, swift communication, messages coming through very quickly. Um, Kind of that energy of leaping into, jumping in, full force, um, making sure, because sometimes the reversal of the Knight of Swords is, jumping in too soon, speaking before, you know, thinking, saying before thinking, so to speak. So, but with me, with this deck, with looking at the potion of spell cards, it feels like just making sure that you have everything in order, everything in place before you move ahead with this. I know the energy's coming up, wherever this is, it's going to be fast moving. It's coming up, but with the archangels on your side, sweetheart, and these two cards here, wanting to showing that you want to be able to expand, strategize, look out upon the world, see who you can help, how you can give back, and maybe even and this just jumped into my head. I don't know if this is something that you're also thinking about doing, is studying more of your ancestry. I'm also, looking at the globe, also kind of contemplating, where can I go? Where can I reconnect with my ancestors? Being drawn to places where, you feel like you can reconnect with them. A sense, again, of being able to give and receive, and receiving, getting the knowledge of those ancestors, and maybe using that to help you with what you want to be able to do. So that's what I have for you. And what did, yes, I have something to work on in the background. Okay. Well, I hope that resonated. with you. Thank you for letting me read for you. Put these cards back. Take a quick sip. And up next is Cat. And thank you everybody again for being here today. And Jilly, I sent you a message on Instagram because I couldn't find an email for you. I wanted to invite you to join Nancy and I, and also maybe if you want to join me on when I bring back my Crystal Visions series show on my channel. So I sent you a message on Instagram. Okay. Mom or Dad? Let's see who we get coming through. Ooh, okay. Well, I also have my lunatic Lenormand, and that's what wanted to come next. Oh, you did? Okay. So focusing on Cat. Okay, I'm grabbing another. Ooh. Well, this is really interesting. I need a tarot clarifier on this. Okay. So, already trying to figure out which set of cards here to go with first. Okay, I'm going to go with the Lenormand. So you got the Star card. And the stars is about, again, kind of like the star card from the tarot. The stars is about goals and dreams. Stars is about kind of being in the limelight, shining, a shining star. Your next card I got are the birds. And the birds are always about messages, but they're also about messages from spirit or messages coming in, but also messages, not messages, but talk. Sometimes like texting, gossip. Someone related the birds card once before to like with Twitter, because of the birds, the chatting, the talking. But the ravens here, ravens are birds of messages of spirit of the great mystery. Are they associated with death? Yes, but death, rebirth. Um, your next card is the clover, which is a card of success and good luck. And their final message is the bouquet, which is again another card about it's like a gift. It's a blossoming. Something new is coming through. Keeping your eyes on the stars, listening for the messages, like with the birds. Um, that is what's coming through. So those are very positive cards. Now I'm moving over to here because there may be some folks in your inner circle that don't. Richleen, sweetheart, just hold on, if you can, with sharing, so that, because I'm not going to be able, I can't star comments, sweetheart, with my StreamYard. So I'm going to try to get back to seeing the ones that you already had, but you're down a little further down on the list. So if you can hold on just a bit, and then as we're reading, you can give me a little bit of information. So I'll do my best to catch up with what I can when it comes to your reading with what you already shared in chat. So thank you, sweetheart. So with this being said, again, there may be those, because sometimes when our light shines the brightest, sometimes that brings out the not so nice aspects of others, people with jealousy, people with envy. Um, and this is what I'm getting. So your card from your ancestral is strengthen your sense of self. So moving forward, um, with what you want to do with your gifts, what you are planning. Um, because again, like with the star card, this is you shining, kind of shining above others, or shining, amongst others. And so this is a time when you need to strengthen your sense of self, making sure that you're grounded, you stay true to your authenticity, your integrity, and also energetically, asking your guides to come in, your ancestors to come in to protect you, and to just strengthen your, not to put fear, but just to strengthen your energetic boundaries, so that we don't get anything like, you know, emotional vampires, energetic vampires, people who want to drain from you, which is also possibly what the birds are warning as well. So you see, yes, okay. Night, Nancy. So the card I got is Banshee. And so Banshee is, heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. Ouch. So, a reminder to stay true to yourself. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within, making sure that everything you do is from a place of authenticity and integrity again, not um, kind of not going along with what the others are saying, what the crowd's saying. You stay true to who you are, your gifts, what you want to do, your dreams, your goals. And your tarot card is the Seven of Wands, which is about standing up for oneself, setting boundaries, maintaining, your sovereignty, your your independence. So if there's something, people and or energies, I'm not exactly sure what you do spiritually, what kind of, I don't know if you work with, so what I mean by that is, I don't know if your background is one where you typically work with spell work or connecting with the dead, paranormal like energies, or if this could just be whatever gifts that you possess, that you're shining above, whatever these skills or gifts are. They don't have to be psychic, but you shine, and the cards are just reminding you to make sure that you strengthen your sense of self. You stay true to who you are. You stay true to your path. That Banshee is a warning that there are those out there that, may not be happy with one's success. Like with the victory card in the traditional tarot, they show the person on top of the horse, victory, but there's an individual with a very sour face. So there's going to be people who are not going to be happy with certain, when they see others succeed or do well. I mean, I have a friend who's very similar. She does that. And so the Seven of Wands following suit now are going to be protecting yourself, from those who are, maybe disgruntled or envious of your success. But that's what I have for you, my dear. Hope it resonated. Alrighty. Yes, boundaries are important to me in general. Okay. So up next is Jax. So Jax, Dad or Aunt Lisa? Well, Jax, let's see if Aunt Lisa. You're welcome, my dear. Thank you for letting me read for you. I mean, Dad can come through. I'm just like, but what if I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. It has to come through. So, Jax, I feel like you got a lot of your spunk from Dad with the way that energy just kind of came through. Like, I get, you know. So let's see who comes through. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Again, ask archangels for help. So let's see. He could be. Okay, so I wanted 2 cards from that deck. Let's pull from the Ghost Tarot. I'm getting a lot of feminine cards, Jax. Let's see. Oh, the Knight of Swords again. Here, let me. This Ghost Tarot is really fascinating because what I see, sometimes they're like telling a story and you're trying to figure out how to connect that with the actual meaning of the card. And I'm looking at this. Okay. So bear with me, Jax. So you also got to ask the archangels for help. So spirit coming through. I'm getting a lot of feminine energy here. So I'm going to lean a little bit more towards Aunt Lisa. So knowing what's going on, asking the archangels for help. Was she really? Okay. Thank you. And I'll explain why in a minute. Because I was wondering about a card. So you end up 2 coming from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. And this is a time for reflection. And it's also a time about strength. So we all know the strength card when it comes to that. Now the reflection feels a bit like a meditation. But okay, so reflecting on your life. They're acknowledging that you've been doing this. There's acknowledgement of reflecting on your life from the past all the way up until now with things that you have been through in life. And you're kind of reflecting on all of it, kind of like basically sort of how did I get here? And that's because you're strong. You have that strength within yourself to be able to get this far. I love the dragonflies because the dragonflies are one of their main medicines is, they move between the veils. They are like they can sometimes be like a little bit of a trickster, but they break illusions. And they help you be able to see. They move in and out. So I feel like a lot of these dragonflies representing spirits, ancestors that have come in and out of your life giving you the strength that you need um, to get through what you've been through. So those cards set aside. I'm going to go to your tarot cards now. And your top card, because you said this, Lisa was his baby sis. So I was trying to figure out if this was somebody related. So that helps me right there. So in this, I don't know if dad, if Aunt Lisa went before dad. Just because in this card, the female is the spirit and the soldier, you know, is there. But to me, it feels like one, the Nine of Cups is about that emotional success, fulfillment, accomplishment. And, you know, she's sitting there with her bouquet. But even in death, there's more. You think these Nine of Cups is everything that's important in life, but here I'm here to help you. You know, this is not necessarily what the card, what the artist represented, but for me, it's feeling like, look, give me your hand. You know, them being there with each other when one of them crossed. Um, so I pulled a clarifier for that card, and I did get the Queen of Swords. And I know that you said she was a big personality too. So the Queen of Swords is one that does not mince words. She is very clear. She is very, um, how do I say this? She is very direct, very, can sometimes, you know, not have a filter, be very blunt, very direct. Um, Always very clear communication and making sure that, you know, people, you know, understand her clearly in communication. um, I'm getting something about writing because of the swords, the Queen of Swords being one that's with communication. I'm thinking something about with writing. I didn't know if a writing was a type of skill, or if someone said she wrote, you know, not necessarily meaning poetry, but she was very articulate in when she would write things and how she would express herself. Sometimes very strongly and to a fault, um, but yet very grounded. She was kind of like the tough love. She could be the tough love. So that's the energy coming through with here. Middle card again, the Knight of Swords. Something swift and fast is coming in, is moving in. And the Four of Swords, having that time of respite, of rest, taking a break from, because right now, feeling all these swords are pointing down, this is a chance to be able to, I think it's like a reminder, and you can call in your archangels for help for this. That, you know, while you're in reflection, while you know, while you're in respite and you're resting, this is the time for, you know, reflection, communicating with your spirit guides, especially I think maybe with help on all aspects, you know, emotional, mental, physical, um, spiritual, and that this is a time that you need to take for yourself for rest. And that's what I have for you, my dear. I'm gonna go check the chat. I try not to too much, so that I don't get, you know, too distracted. But German, Polish, I get that German. I draw on the good things, regret is dumb, everything is. Your aunt loved a good prank. Oh boy. He was in the Air Force. She was in the Navy. She went first. Wow. So, well, she went first. And perhaps he, let's see, dad this year. Oh, that's right, dad was this year. So that could very well, maybe very well, her been waiting for him. Um, wow. There was a fullness to life, an emotional fullness. They shared a very strong emotional bond. But make sure, though, they're saying to get plenty of rest. And again, that Knight of Swords, making sure you think before you speak, rushing in head over heels, but like you said earlier, patience. But you got this, girl. I wish I could hear them better. I talk to Dad a lot still. Miss him terribly. I do too, sweetheart. See, I didn't have him in my life to be able to do that. But now in spirit, now that we've made peace, in spirit, I just now it's kind of like, oh God, Dad, I wish you were here. Dart tootin' she was, blunt, yes. Sharp, but blunt and to the point. She was honest but kind, her candor. Okay. Bro, I've been writing lately. So maybe that could be maybe her communicating through you. Have you ever thought about automatic writing? Yes, respite is very important. You're welcome, my dear. She tarred and feathered my cousin for his birthday one year. Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with her. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for sharing that. So we have Shay. I got to take another sip. Shay, are you still here, sweetheart? Because I see I've gone down a couple folks. So I want to make sure everybody's here. I have Shay. Then I have Garnet, Richleen, and then Divine. So Shay, she's here. Alrighty. Okay. I love these ancestral healing oracle messages. Jacks, mom or grandma? But let's see. Okay, so it's going to be grandma. I'm going to use the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. And that's where I'm being directed because I have several different decks here. So let's see. So I'm going to be using my vintage. I got to start using this deck more. Anything Victorian. Dinner time. Oh, you're welcome, Kat. Thank you again. And remember, everybody, if you could, make sure you like the video, and if you can put a comment, even if it's an emoji, once it's open for that. Once the show is ended, that would help me greatly. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, Shay. Okay, they're out. They're leaf blowing now, so hopefully y'all don't hear that. So what do I want to use? So let's go to the Maven. And it's going to be the Lenormand. Okay. So, Shay, I am wondering if you are working on ancestry. And I'll get that to that in a minute here. Let's see. Let's see what all your cards say here first. So, from your ancestral, you got claim your kingdom. So, this is Grandma acknowledging to claim what is rightfully yours. And this is basically, your life. Claim, because you're sovereign. This is like a sovereignty card. And it's telling you to do not be afraid to claim what is yours. Um, Claiming whether it's heritage, claiming your right to study, to think, to speak, to feel what is right for you. This is basically saying that you are sovereign in your life and to remember that. Um, you are your own queen. You are a queen and should be treated as such. I guess sense that of maybe humbleness where you might like shy away from, oh no, I don't really deserve that. A lot of that kind of energy is like, no, you know, this isn't a card about ego or narcissism or anything like that, but it's standing up and saying, no, I deserve this. I am entitled to this. Um, and not to be afraid to go for what it is that you want, not to be afraid to share what you are feeling. Um, and of course, making sure that everything is all communicated with respect and dignity, with etiquette and stuff like that. Um, but just reclaiming your power over your life. Your next card is to have trust in everything that's trust the process, trust knowing that she is there, that you are going through this beautiful transformation. The butterfly is all about transformation, birthing into something new. You're working on that? Okay. And this deer, oh my God, the deers are, and even the bucks, the stags, the stags. Okay, so the stags are known as monarchs in the forest. They're like the monarch, the king. And in this, this could be the queen of her forest, her woods, her transformation. And deer are also associated with gentleness and kindness and that soft spokenness. Um, but still trusting yourself and trust in yourself and the decisions that you're making. Your next card, let's see what else we have here. We got Harvest Moon. Slow your heart and move gently. The deer being gentle. Move gently into the coming of self. So slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self. So there you are. There's you on top of that deer, slowly coming into yourself. The transformation, the rebirth. Um, that's beautiful. And we got a couple birds flying overhead as well. I don't know. Oh, and there's one on her. And there's one on her shoulder. So for me, it feels like mom can be one of these birds, but with this ring, with grandma coming through, I feel like that could be her on your shoulder, talking to you, encouraging you, telling you it's okay to trust in yourself. And you got the bouquet, which to me is it's a gift. And so this is a gift of love. This card represents generosity, love. Um, let me, no, gift, love. This is a very positive card. It's like, when you go to a gallery reading and the psychics will say, well, someone is bringing, showing me flowers. So this is for them, their symbol of, love. This is my love to you. I love you. It's a symbol of benevolence. So to me, that bouquet coming through is a beautiful sign of love, because we usually give bouquets to people that we love, whether it's an intimate friendship, family. Um, Flowers have, a strong, uh, strong magic and association, especially in the Victorian era when certain flowers represented certain meanings. So if a young girl received flowers, she would know if it was from a suitor asking, it was really cool how they had the language of flowers back then. So I pulled a clarifier for that, and I did get the dog card, which is about um, loyalty, again, trust, friendship. So they're thanking you for the loyalty and the love that you show them, with them being in spirit, you acknowledging them and wanting to communicate with them. So again, those two cards go together. I did get the tree, and the tree represents health, abundance, being grounded. To me, this represents family and heritage. It's also about genetics as well. And your next card is books. So I'm wondering if you're studying more ancestry, studying more history, or maybe you're trying to put a book together, a family tree together. Um, and the last card is the key. So if you are searching something for something about your loved one, maybe grandma, or other people in your family, you're going to pull up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Garnet. I will definitely, Monday, if you join Nancy and I will definitely get a reading to you, my dear. I'm so sorry I couldn't get to you in time tonight. So, mwah, thank you. So yeah, it feels like if there's something that you are studying, or you need to know about yourself, or want to learn more about yourself or grandma or the immediate family, that tree card, especially if it has to do with health. And again, I am not a doctor. Always seek professional assistance. This is for entertainment purposes only. But the tree card represents health as well, genetics, just as part of that. And then we're getting with the book. So there's some sort of study with the family tree with grandma. And you're going to find the key. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. Have trust. And again, just slow your heart and move more gently into coming into yourself and not being afraid to claim what is yours. So this could be, maybe you're trying to, when I say claim, maybe acknowledge or claim relation to somebody in your family line. Because look at, again, in here too, there's a key in their hands. So you got two cards with keys in it. So that's what I have for you. Oh, lots of love, Garnet. I feel bad I couldn't get to Garnet tonight. But definitely, Garnet, I will get to you next time, my dear. I promise. Okay, so I haven't seen anything now. So I hope that resonated with you, my dear. Thank you, Grandma, for coming through. Garnet, you would have been next. So Rich Lean. So I don't know if I can pull up how far I can go up here. I know you asked for Grandma, so. Plus, she did pass away and came back. She went cold blue. Oh, wow. My grandma saw my mom, Pappy, Aunt Brenda, plus Jesus. Interesting. Okay, so grandma. What's funny is that I was talking to a family member about an uncle who has a massive family tree book. You're talking about getting a hold of it. Well, there's something very interesting I'm sure you can find in there. There's a key to something. Keys of knowledge. You may learn, like I learned something totally new when my friend did my ancestry kit for me back in 2017. I had no idea I was Scandinavian and had some Finnish in me, and even 1% Middle Eastern. I'm like, and all this German. I'm like, where's this all coming from? So you may learn something very interesting about your. Well, there you go. I saw a lot of trees too. And trees also, they're there to remind us, we get rooted, we get grounded into the earth. We could be strong and infallible. So, Richleen, are you still here, my dear? Divine timing, are you still here? Let me take a sip. Divine timing, you're here? Okay. So I'll do you. Oh, Richling. Yes, you're here. Okay, so let's do reads. Okay, so Richling, you're here. So let's see Grandma. And then Divine Timing, I'll do yours last. And then, whew, I haven't done these many readings. Oh, it must be to do a bomb card. Okay, so balance. Oh, so we went to a whole totally different deck here. Well, not different, but different way of getting the cards. Ooh. Okay, let's see what we got here. So this is Grandma. Ooh. So, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Yep, got it, Jax. Thank you, my dear. So do I keep two? Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. This is kind of cool. Okay, let's see. Do I want to pull another card or is this? Nope, pull one of these. Okay. So, Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle. Bat. Okay, so, woohoo. Alrighty, Rich Lean, let's talk. Girl, are you aware that you have psychic ability? I mean, we all have psychic ability, but are you aware of yours? And do you think it's strong enough to be able to communicate with your loved ones and the other side? Because yes, okay. Because, all right, so your ancestral card is tune into your feminine lineage. So, grandma and the women in your family want you to start reaching out to them. And this is the grandmother card. I mean, how beautiful is that? Um, and her message is about, so this is so how you know this is for grandma. I lived in balance. She attempted to live life in balance with nature within herself. She was very balanced. She was grounded. I don't know if grandma had abilities, but she also could appreciate the beauty in life. And from two, this card, she could have been very beautiful as well. Um, but the beauty and the balance, um, finding the beauty in everything and being able to maintain that balance in life, because back then with what our grandmothers had to go through, um, and our ancestors, it could be very tough. um, and trying to maintain that balance, maintaining family, house, one's health, um, it could be difficult. But by looking at the beauty within, and she's also acknowledging your beauty as well, the beauty that you have within, and the women, your ancestors, your feminine ancestors seeing you, um, being able to tap into them more will help be able for you also to find more balance and to find the beauty within yourself and within your life. And let me set these cards aside so I can just really quick. Let's see. She told a month before she passed away, a month later, July. Okay. So your other cards is I got bat, invoke thy power, and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So being able to learn how to invoke your power, not just, your personal power as in no, let me see how to say this. Especially us women, we have power. Um, we have the ability to use that power to manifest, to wield. Um, and we could do that even so. You were mentioning Lord. So, okay, bye, Jax. Thank you, my dear. So, um, Catholicism, I'm just going to assume here, but really all branches of Christianity, a lot of that is all connected to the early pagan peoples, and a lot of rituals and traditions and holidays are based on the early pagan people. And so when it comes to power, through how a witch or a Wiccan would we tap into our energy, and we would manifest and say through spell work, incantation, not any different than prayer and bead work, like working on a rosary, because you're putting thought, you're putting your energy, and you're putting your intention into those beads, just like anybody else would use a tool like witch or Wiccan would use to put into whatever, like a candle or spell work that they're doing to bring about change or to bring about healing for oneself and for others. So right now it's acknowledging not to be afraid of your power. Don't be afraid to use it. Your feminine ancestors will show you how to find balance, how to balance your energy, how to balance your power. And you got the high priestess card. So right there, again, that's connecting to your intuition. That's wisdom, connecting to your higher power, your higher self. That book of wisdom, that's within your reach. You're able to connect. And with this one here too, is I even have the ability to maybe read Akashic records, or maybe read people's past lives, or just maybe connecting with those on the other side. But you have that power, and I think at times you're afraid to use it or to connect with it. And your underlying energy is the wand, the Ace of Wands. Oh my God, girl, look at, there's that beautiful. You have so much inspiration and energy. You just gotta need to get motivated. This is tapping into that energy right here. This is the catalyst. This is, even the wands is about that creative spark, the magic, the motivation, the catalyst. Again, being able to take that wand and not be afraid of wielding your power, and your energy. And it's not power over another, it's power to help others. So that's what they're saying, just not to be afraid, and to always know that when you tune into your feminine ancestors, especially your grandmother, they will be there to help you balance those aspects of yourself that you're working on to balance, and to help find beauty, in life again, and in your gifts, and whatever magical arts. I see you just say oracle and tarot cards, so I am going to a man. Oh, with Val. Okay. Yeah, I have to say hi to Val. I haven't talked to Val in a very long time. She bought a couple of my paintings from me about a year or so ago. So I want to help people. There you go. So tune into your ancestors, your feminine ancestors. They'll be able to help you do that, my dear. And thank you for letting me read for you. Oh, excuse me. Sip, sip. Okay, so I have divine timing. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was almost 8. You're welcome, Mitchell. Alrighty. Let's see. Richly, was there somebody particular, or just see who may come through? let's see. Let's go with the Maven. Julie, we got to talk, girlfriend. Would love to have you on. Um, yeah. If there is is your email listed underneath your about page on your channel? I would love to share something because I'm an artist. I'm a painter. I'm on other things that I do. And a lot of those have been popping up even more. I mean, it's quite the process, the journey. So I'll definitely reach out to you for that. I'll have to check that out. So divine timing. Oh, Julie. Julie. Thank you, my dear. I thought, hey, I got another Julie that's in my chat. Oh, so girl, okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, divine timing. What deck do I want to use now? Oh, okay. So, divine timing, I'm going and grabbing a deck that I didn't have planned to use today. It's a brand new deck. It's called the Glyph, and it was sitting there and it was calling to me. So let's see what you get from here. Okay. That's why a lot of people who are attracted to these shows understand and acknowledge that they have abilities too, and sometimes we just need a little nudge from the cards. So, divine timing. Your ancestral message, your ancestral healing card is acknowledge your progress. So your ancestors want to acknowledge how far you have come. You may be feeling like maybe you're stuck, you're not progressing as fast as you would like to, or you're not where you want to be or where you think you should be at this time. And instead of fighting, fighting the uh, fighting the urge or fighting those thoughts of I should be doing this faster. I need that. They want you to slow down, be able to go with the flow, acknowledge how far you have come, that you have made progress. Your other card from the Maven Oracle is the Apothecary Cabinet. And it says, without practice, without befriending them, they are strangers in your path. And so everything that you use in your practice, you're not going to progress any further if you're not practicing or befriending them, connecting with them. So, whatever this is that you are working on developing, um, more commitment and dedication seems to be made. Um, that's why it's time to like slow down and get to know each and every one of your tools that you have in your cabinet that you work with, whether it's the herbs, crystals, candles, all whatever it is to be able to, because I know a lot of times, like when I was younger and was learning about witchcraft and paganism and learning how to do spell work, I just wanted to be able to do everything all at once. I want to learn it now. I want to be able to get it now. And 25 years later, I'm still, because I always wanted something too fast. And when I didn't get the expectations that I thought I would have, then I lost interest, I lost heart. And then, you know, so just making sure that you are um, maybe keeping a journal, if you work with a book of shadows or a journal where you make notes on your progress, even how small it is, so that you can go back and look and say, wow, I have come a long way. This is what I was doing here, and this is where I am now. Even if it's just a little increment, it's something to be celebrated. And again, we can't let our, expect spirit to do all the work for us. We have to get behind those things in our apothecary cabinet, whatever our tools are. We have to get behind them, and we have got to use them. And right now, from the glyph oracle, I got the Ankh, which represents life force. So it feels like you're really trying to connect into something that is powerful, spirit wise. Again, I'm not sure. I'm looking at the Ankh, I'm seeing the apothecary, and I'm seeing your Ace of Swords here. And it almost feels something ceremonial, like ceremonial magic or something. Like you want to be able to, like, and you also got the High Priestess. And so it's like you want that knowledge. You have the intuition, you have the ability to part those veils, and you want to get that knowledge. And right now it almost kind of feels like it's out of hand. But again, having to start with all of your items. And you know what? This is even a reading for myself, because I'm seeing a lot of me reflecting right now on these cards. And so when it comes to the apothecary cabinet, really making sure that you're taking time to bond with your tools, whatever they may be. Um, Making sure that they're cleansed properly, they're consecrated, they're blessed, however you see fit, and really connecting with your life force energy, making sure you're grounded, you're properly connected, so that your, unwanted energies and or entities don't interfere with your process and your path, and including our own thoughts too getting in the way, like my one friend said, stinking thinking. So it's really about for connecting with that life force, connecting with your tools, um, and with that Ace of Swords, connecting again. That's the aces are wonderful, because that means messages are coming in, what messages will be received. So when you do A, B, and C, then you start to notice that when you connect more with your tools, there will be more. Again, tools being whatever they may be. It may be your body that you're connecting with, maybe a stone in you, but whatever it is, you start to get more clear messages coming through. There's more clarity. There's more communication with your higher self, with your guides, and with manifesting what it is that you want to manifest. But I love how that source just touching the moon. So maybe connecting during the moon, see how your energy, how your life force feels, your magic feels with each of the with the cycles as well. So that's what I have for you, divine timing. So I hope that resonated. And I'm on for most, what, no, 3:30 to 4 hour and a half. That's not bad. So thank you everybody for joining me. Um, Hopefully I can get to Garnet next time. I'll have to email him. But thank you, everybody, for letting me read for you. Again, if you could make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment or emoji after the show, that will be greatly appreciated. And let's see, today's Wednesday. I might do another show tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. And Friday night, I'll be back for my Friday night show. I don't know if I have a guest yet. Um, but even if it's solo, it'll be just this one. So, and you're welcome, Jackie. And I hope everybody has a rest of their have a beautiful rest of their day. I'm here in the Pacific Northwest, so we're at 5 o'clock. So some of you might be heading into the late night, some of you might be early in the day. So thank you again for joining me, taking the time out, and we will see you on the next live show. Good night, everybody.